We begin tonight with breaking news out of rural Washington County. Deputies believe they have found the remains of a 20-year-old woman who went missing 6 months ago near North Plains. Allison Watterson hasn't been seen since December 22nd of last year. Her disappearance sparked a large search that went on for weeks. Deputies say a property owner found human remains this afternoon on Northwest Corey Road in rural Washington County. This is near where she was last seen in December. Detectives are still on scene investigating. They say based on the location and evidence they found, they believe the remains belong to Watterson. We asked if they have any reason to suspect foul play, but they say they are still investigating.
Detectives that spoke with the family did say that they are relieved to have some answers. Obviously not the outcome that any of us wanted, and they're grateful for the public's assistance. I know the community's been really supportive the last 6 months, and they're grateful for that.
Watterson was last seen with her boyfriend, Benjamin Garland, north of North Plains. Her family says they thought they were hiking. As deputies began searching the area, they learned a truck was stolen and arrested Garland on charges unrelated to her disappearance. He pleaded guilty to those charges and was sentenced to 3 years in prison back in April. Again, deputies are not saying if they believe foul play was involved in this case, but we'll keep you updated.